Hello everyone. Welcome to the new Terraform series, day 3. So previously we discussed about the output, how to use locals, how to use variables. So today's agenda is conditional logic in Terraform. So like Terraform almost support all types of conditional logic. You can use conditional logic inside the locals, that locals we discussed earlier, and also you can use that Terraform conditional logic in the resources that you are going to create. So how we are going to use that today we discuss about it. Basically, Terraform supports both. Like Terraform is an imperative as well as a declarative language. So that's why we are able to use Terraform as a programming language also. Okay, so before going to conditional logic, uh, you must be aware about the ternary operator. If not, let's quickly discuss about ternary operator. What is ternary operator in programming language? So basically, ternary operator works like. Let me just comment on this all. Yeah. So basically, ternary operator is like first you have one condition, then if that condition is true, then this block work. If not, then this block works. Suppose we have one condition. If that condition is true, in that case, this statement will work. If that condition is false, then this statement will work. Let's discuss this by using one example. Let's say your age is 21. Okay, and to get one driving license, we need a minimum age of 18 or 18 plus, right? So then and only then you are able to drive one car, right? So we write one condition like age is 18 or greater than 18. If that age is greater than 18, then we write our output, what output we need to print, or you can return some statements here, or you can write your logic here, right? So currently I'm just printing one statement. If your age is greater than 18, then you are eligible to drive, right? And if not, if this condition is false, that means your age is less than 18 or equal to 18. In that case you are not eligible to drive. So this is how ternary operator works, right? So same conditional logic we use in our Terraform code. Okay, so let's discuss about it. So before moving to the conditional logic, you must know about some local resources, like a local file. Let's quickly go to the Terraform documentation. As you can see here, Terraform have local providers. Once you click on documentation, you will able to get that resource as a local file. Basically, local file resource use to write some content inside one file. This resource will create one file and write the content. That content we provide in content parameter inside that file name, right? So let me just copy and quickly show you one demo how it works. So let's say we have one content foo bar This is our content, and our file name is we are currently removing that path.module because we are not currently using any module here, so that's why. And our file name is like any file name like foo bar dot txt. Foo bar dot txt is our file name. Now, we use one resource, so that's why we need to init Terraform. We discussed this in our first video. Okay, now just use apply, then enter a value yes. If you don't want to provide the confirmation during Terraform apply, you can use auto auto approve flag. So that flag is used to directly approve without unit without providing any s value, or Terraform will not ask for the value. I will show you that one also. Okay, destroy cancel. Terraform destroy -1 approve. As you can see, it will not ask for the confirmation. It will directly destroy because we are providing provide the flag at approve. Okay, so let me just create one, apply. As you can see here, there is no file foobar.txt is present, and let me apply. As you can see, the foobar.txt file created and the content foo space bar is printed in that file. So this is how file resource is work. Okay, hope you understand the file resource. Then the next topic that we are going to cover is workspace, Terraform. So what is workspace in Terraform? Basically, Terraform workspace allows user to manage the different sets of infrastructure using same configuration by isolating the state file. Uh, let's say you have created one code in dev environment. Okay, dev environment is our testing environment. So in that dev environment, you create one instance. Now you want to create the same instance with same configuration in your production environment. But if you change some parameters and hit apply, so it will replace that dev environment VM with production environment, because state file is stored in the same directory. At that time, to isolate the state file, you can use Terraform Workspace. Terraform Workspace you can consider as virtual environment. It will create one virtual environment and isolate the directories for the state file only, right? So let's see one demo for that. So before that, I will show you how to uh, see the current workspaces and how to list that workspace. So by default, Terraform provides the workspace default. Terraform workspace list. This is going to list the workspace. As you see, the star marks for default. That means you are in default workspace, and Terraform currently have a single workspace that is default. Or you can see current workspace as show. So this will show the current workspace that is default, right? Let me create one workspace like something workspace like dev, Terraform workspace, dev, workspace, dev. Now you can see created and switch to the workspace dev. That means Terraform creates new workspace dev and it switch to that workspace dev. Now if you see Terraform workspace list, can see that there are two workspace present, default and dev, and Terraform is currently in dev workspace. By using show command, you will able to see the current workspace, that is dev, right? And if you created a dev workspace now, so and if you have one workspace and if you wanted to destroy that workspace, for that you are using Terraform workspace delete dev. Now it shows you one error message that you are currently in dev workspace and you are not going to destroy that Terraform workspace. First, you need to switch to the default workspace or any another workspace. Then only then you are able to destroy the dev workspace. So, guys, currently I'm not going in very depth for a workspace. That topics we are going to cover in next session. But for now, I'm just showing you. Uh, uh, so currently we are just uh, put our more focus on conditional logic. So in one example, we are going to use workspace. That's why I'm just giving little bit idea about workspace. Okay, so Terraform workspace, select default. Now, if you are going to delete the workspace dev, then that the workspace will definitely got deleted, and you are currently in default workspace, right? So this is about the workspace. Now, quickly we move to our main topic, that is conditional logic. Okay, now uh, let's say like on day two we discuss about the variables. Now I am taking the same variables for our reference. Yeah, okay. So currently I'm using two variables. I'm changing that one string. Okay, and I am changing the type for this, that is bool. Bool means true or false, and default value I am setting to true. Okay, okay. Now we have two variables. The first variable is my string, which has type bool and default value is true, and second one is number, my number, and type is number and default value is 5. Okay, now let me also create one local, and inside that local we can use our conditional logic operations. So you will be get more about that conditional statements, how it works. Okay, so locals, guys, let me clear one thing here. I am not till now I am not going in Terraform and how to use Terraform on cloud to create infrastructure. So the basic thing is we need to understand why we are using Terraform and how we are writing the Terraform scripts. So sometimes you need to manage some conditions. For that, conditional logic is very useful. So this one was very basic thing. You must know the basic things about HCL language also. Okay, okay. So we create one local, and in that local, let me create the variables like test test underscore one equals to var dot my string. Sorry, my string. Okay, and then so in test one we are storing the out we are storing the uh, output written by the ternary operator or logical statement, right? If this internally after what we discuss, if the first expression or first condition is true, then only it will return. If false, then this one returns the output or expression after column, right? So if this condition true, then it will return as a value true, right? Else this was a return value false, right? Then second, we store second example we stored in test2 for number. Okay, this is what we write one condition var dot number. If that number is greater than 2, right? Then we let's take our previous example that we are discussing our earlier, like age 18. Okay, if that number, sorry, 21, if that number is greater than 18, then eligible to drive, right? Or else if not, then not eligible. Okay, now we are going to run this one. So for that, just use Terraform init, then Terraform apply auto approve. Okay, one more thing, we are forget to print the output, right? So for that, you need to use output block, and in that output block you need to print local, sorry, local value. Value is local test1, and another output is local boolean, and the value is local test1, here local test2. Okay, now once we hit apply, so here the first condition is var.myString is true. That's why it prints the first one, first expression. As you can see, the local bool value is true. The second one, the default value is 21, and the eligible to drive or requires value greater than 18. That means 21 is greater than 18. So you are it will print the first expression, this one, that means eligible to drive. So this is how the conditional logic is work in Terraform. Okay, so let's go little bit more deeper how we are using. So this one, like using conditional logic with locals, but how about resources? Okay, so I'm going to provide one example for resources also. Now let's go one by one. Okay, so currently I'm using the resource that we have already used, that a resource local file. Okay, and we define one local here also. Local, in that local we define workspace. You can use any variable, so I am currently define workspace, and in that workspace I mapped two values like dev workspace, and in that dev workspace I write one content like this is dev, and one prod variable for prod environment. This is prod. Okay, and in resource you require content, right? So what I want, uh, if currently we are in a dev workspace, at that time just use that workspace dev or prod, and write the content of that dev workspace in that file. That file name we are going to provide foo okay. If we are currently in workspace prod, then this is prod text will be stored in the foo bar. If we are in dev workspace at that time, the content this is dev is going to store in foo bar.txt. Okay, so for that, so how we are going to provide the content? Okay, so for that you need to check Terraform workspace is going to provide the current workspace name. If equals to default. If it's default, that means what? It will return 0 as a number, and if not, then it will return 1. That means we have one more workspace. Okay, so we store this one in count variable. Okay, just for our reference. We are not going to use this, but just for our reference. Okay, then we need content, right? If Terraform workspace is not default, that means what? Our second statement is going to work, right? So let's see what happened. If we are in if we change the workspace, that means statement is not default and true, the first statement will work. If we are in default statement, that means the current statement is false and the second expression is going to work. So let's write here local that we created, and and if this is not true, then this is going to print empty. Okay, and for better experience or for better understanding, we define that file name as terraform.workspace so that we will get to know which workspace we are. So if this one we are in dev workspace at that time, it will create the file name as dev.txt. Okay, so let's try it. So for now, I will comment out this output and that variables. Okay, now terraform workspace list. Currently, we have only one workspace, so we are just initializing our Terraform, and then Terraform apply auto approve. As you can see, uh, this condition this condition is false because currently we are in default workspace, and the condition asks for if not in default. So our second expression will print that is empty or null. Now I am going to create one workspace, Terraform workspace, new dev, right? Now, if you list the workspace, you are currently in dev workspace, right? That means you are currently not in default workspace. Now, if I hit apply, what happened? The first that condition is true, and uh, our Terraform goes to that local. In that local, it will go in workspace, and in that workspace, uh, currently for the Terraform workspace value is dev, so it will store the content of dev, that is this is dev inside our content variable, and that content variable, the data from or that content is going to print inside that dev.txt. Okay, so we hit Terraform apply. Let's see. Yeah. So as you see here, dev.txt is created because currently we are in dev workspace. And once you see the content of that dev.txt, this is dev that we are already defining in our dev local. All right. So that's it, guys. This is all about the conditional logic. And one more thing, let's discuss the agenda for next session. Okay, what we are going to discuss in next session about null resources. Then we are going to discuss about provisioners in Terraform. Then we are going to discuss about workspace in details with demo. Okay, so this is agenda for day 4, right? So that's it for today. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you.